Hi everyone, welcome back. This month's favourite's going to be a little bit long. I've been collecting this list all month like I usually do, but it has been getting bigger and bigger to the point now where it's quite a big list. So you probably saw before you clicked on the video the length of it. You might want to grab yourself a coffee or a cup of tea if you like me. I like both, but you know, cup of tea is the British way of it. So let's just get straight in. Let's get stuck straight in. Every time I go to say let's get stuck straight in, I say it wrong. You'll notice that in my videos, it's just weird. Okay, this is an unsung hero. I keep it in this little makeup bag here, and it's the Philips epilator. This is the second epilator I've had in my lifetime. The other one was, a Braun epilator. It's the second Braun epilator I'm having. I'm pretty sure my last one was a Braun as well. But this is such an unsung hero. You clip it in to this charging point and then straight into the wall. So I've actually bought an adapter because for some reason this came like a European one, so I plugged it into an adapter so I could plug it in the UK. It plugs in there, it doesn't charge, and I don't think this is a wet dry one. I just use mine dry. I use it all over my legs, literally I epilate my legs, all of them, not just my calves, everything from hip, from where my leg meets my body to my ankle, which may sound strange, but that's just the way I do it, and it works wonders for me. I used to do my underarms too, but that was years ago, and I'm just a bit scared to do that now for some reason. Plus I prefer it to be just completely smooth on the underarm. This won't give you the same as a shave, it just won't. It won't give you the same as a wax, as much as it may be marketed that way, but what I find is it massively reduces how often I do need to shave. I use it in conjunction with shaving. So if you want something that's going to make your hairs feel like there's loads less of them and they grow loads slower, then this is the thing. You do have to be careful with ingrowing hairs. You know, you do have to make sure you're exfoliating and moisturising and taking care of your skin, but if you do that anyway, you won't see a difference in, you know, the upkeep of yourself. So yeah, I just highly recommend them. You can get them in a range of prices. I've got a middle of the road one. Mine was around sort of like £30–40, but depending on how many different adapters you want, you can get different range. Mine came with this sort of device you clip on it that sort of rolls, and they move, and I think it's supposed to sort of help with the pain, but I've been using it for so many years now that it doesn't make any difference to me. I don't feel anything, I'm fine with it. I don't epilate around the time of the month just before, so do bear that in mind because your skin is a lot more sensitive during that time, and if you're anything like me, it'll really hurt. And one more tip I will give about an epilator who's someone's starting epilating, don't take this the wrong way. If you don't drink, but if you do enjoy a glass or two of wine on an evening and you're starting epilating, have your glass of two or wine and then epilate. Because whilst your body's getting used to it the first few times you do it, I think having that really helped me anyway with the pain. Otherwise you may find that you actually struggle to finish when you first start, because it is painful to begin with, much like plucking your eyebrows would be. And this little device is like a lady shaver, so that's great for trimming things, and that is like it can cut hairs short. I don't really use that bit, but I do use this trimmer side here to keep everything neat and tidy, let's say. So yeah, that's my Braun epilator. And next favourite I'm going to mention, I don't want to bore anyone, so I'm just going to do it really quickly because I've mentioned it that many times before, is my Simple Moisturising Facial Wash. The reason I wanted to just mention this is not random, it's because I tried some other washes recently, a cucumber one and a sensitive one from Boots. Every time I try a new wash, I regret it, and I'm reminded why this is my favourite and the best. It says on here UK's #1. I can believe that. I must have gone through about 50 of these by now. I always wait till they're on special offer. I don't buy them for more than £2. If they're more than £2, I just wait, and when I see them for £2 I'll get like 6 of them. So yeah, that face wash takes everything off. I do use something separate for my eye makeup before using it, coconut oil, but I didn't always do that, and I find that it does actually take off eye makeup quite well. And so if I'm in a rush and I don't have coconut oil, then that would be fine. I just like that extra step. The next favourite I'm going to mention is my Sleek blush in Flamingo. I don't know what it is about this blush, I just love it. The packaging's quite difficult to get into on this particular one. It's got a lovely sturdy mirror, it's lovely, sleek and compact and great for travel. It's like a nice warm pink. It's just stunning. I'm not even going to attempt to describe it, I'm just going to let you look. It's pigmented as hell. I just use a duo fibre brush when I put that on, and that would be great for all skin tones, because if you were really darker skin tone and you wanted something to show up, this would do the job. If you're lighter skin tone and you wanted to use it, you could. If anybody has any blushes that are actually too dark or too bright or too pigmented for their skin tone, I actually did a video on my channel which I'll link in the description bar, maybe, you know, a long time ago, about how to wear a bold and bright blush and make it work. So yes, I really love that shade. I've got a lot of Sleek blushes. I think that was potentially the first ever Sleek blush that I bought when I was starting my makeup collection in the early days. That was one of the first blushes I bought when I was branching out into getting, you know, when you cross that bridge of thinking, right, I only need one blush or two blushes even, and you start actually getting more and more. That was one of the first I bought when I started to do that. So the next is a combo. I've got a Max Factor nail polish I've been really enjoying this month, and it's called 704 Disco Pink, and I've been using it in conjunction with the glitter, not just for the accent nail but for all the nails. Just going for it. It's Party Pink by Tecnic. So those in conjunction have been a favourite this month. I also have a couple of other nail polish favourites that I'll mention since we're in nail polish land. It's a complete coincidence, but this is also got flamingo in it. It's pink flamingo, so I've not just been into flamingos this month, but I really love this Barry M nail paint in the colour flamingo. Lovely for spring and summer. And then the very last polish I'm going to mention is the Makeup Revolution polish. It hasn't got a name. It came in my Beauty Advent Calendar last Christmas, and I just absolutely love this minty green colour. Unfortunately, because it doesn't have a name, I wonder whether to mention it or not. And also, with this particular polish, the formula's not great. The formula for the red one in the Advent Calendar was brilliant, but this particular formula does chip really easy. It hardly lasts at all. I just love the shade though. It feels like it's totally worth it. I have actually found another polish which has a similar shade. It's not identical, it's very similar, by OPI, and it's the minty green one in their Hawaiian set, but I haven't hauled that yet, but you'll be seeing that in an upcoming haul, and I'm hoping that has a better formula than that one because the colour is so very similar. My next favourite I'm going to mention is the Garnier Ultimate Blends, the Sleek Perfector Oil with pure coconut oil for dry and frizzy hair. This is the best hair oil I've ever used. I've used a lot of hair oils. I don't really have much else to say. If you need a hair oil, if you use a hair oil, if you're looking for an affordable good hair oil, this one's great. It's £9.99 full price, pound sterling, but I usually get it on offer and 3 for 2 and stuff like that. I'll wait for it to go down to sort of like £6 or something like that. But I really love this oil. I've recently compared it in use to the Moroccan oil, which is about 4 or 5 times the price of it, and I feel that it's just so much better. The next favourite I'm going to mention is a perfume. Now, we had Valentine's Day in February, and that got me massively into my next boutique love, Eau de Toilette. Plus, I've been going out a lot recently, and the size of this is perfect to fit in a little clutch bag. I've used this, and on other days I've used the perfume that I've got in my Project Pan Use Up Challenge, but this has got to be mentioned in a favourite because I've had a lot of new perfumes bought for me recently, and yet looking the end of February and all of March, it's this perfume that I've actually used the most. It's actually nearly all gone. So I'm going to mention these products quite quickly just because, again, I don't want to be repetitive because they're my Project Use Up, but my favourite mascara hands down for March has been Volume Million Lashes So Couture So Black. This is a really good mascara. I actually think in my eyes it probably is better than the Max Factor Master something that I've previously put in a favourites, and it is actually, it's not as good as Lancome Hypnose, which I've recently said is the best mascara I've ever tried, but it's really not that far off, and the price point is so dramatically different. I highly recommend that mascara. I really love it. And my favourite concealer has been Rimmel Wake Me Up. This has been such a pleasure to have in my use up. I love this so far. Of all of the concealers I've had in my under eye concealer review series, Battle of the Under Eye Drugstore Concealers, this one is the one out of all of them so far that I would actually repurchase. I do prefer it over the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. The other product I've been using for whole of March and loving is my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which is the Pro Longwear Paint Pot. It's a bit of a cult classic, so there's not a lot really I can say about that. I always store mine with the lid on really tight and facing down, and I put the lid on as soon as I've finished getting enough product on my eye, and for that reason mine isn't even close to drying up. I've been hearing feedback about this product drying up quickly. I have not experienced that. I've had that for quite a while now. A lipstick I've massively enjoyed in March is the Beauty UK lipstick in Snob number 3. Now I really love this lipstick. It's a matte formula and it's like a light dusky lilac-y colour, lovely for spring. I've recently heard on a friend's channel, Vinny from Little Miss Style Guru, that they no longer have Beauty UK in Superdrug. I hadn't noticed that, but apparently they still have it online. So that's the swatch for it there. It just goes with so many different eye looks. We'll even go with this one, I think, today. And the formula is lovely. It's not drying at all. Really creamy. Very, very decent lasting for the price. I think it's around the £2.50 price point. I feel like, even though I love Makeup Revolution, they're one of my favourite drugstore brands, with Beauty UK lipsticks, it's just worth paying that fraction more because they're not much more and the quality is much better. The little end comes off as well, so you can put a lip brush in and use that product. It's not just for show, which is nice. Excuse me. Now I'm just going to mention a couple of lifestyle favourites. I've been recently watching a girl who used to be called Miss Jen Fabulous, and I'm probably late on the bandwagon. She's got like millions of subscribers and I know she's really popular on YouTube, but I've just recently started watching her, and I think she's now called Jenny Claire Fox, and I really, really love her personality. I just feel like I don't often mention YouTubers in favourites. I really don't. I did last month, but I really don't often do that. But I've been really, really loving her channel, and I will link it in the description bar. I'm sure if you've heard of me, you'd have heard of her. You know, I mean, I'm not even a speck, you know, compared to her on YouTube. But yeah, I just really wanted to. I just felt I've enjoyed her channel so much. I wanted to mention it. And the very last favourite I'm also going to mention is chocolate. Now, I'm not going to show you any examples because we all know what chocolate looks like, but I've just been loving chocolate in March, which I really need to not be doing because I've been trying to lose some weight. But I honestly strongly feel like if there's something you really love and it's a treat, you can make it work, you can incorporate it a little. Everything in small doses is fine, you know, everything in moderation, as my nan used to say. And so I really wanted to mention chocolate because we've got Easter, so what better month to mention it, and let's just get it out there. I love chocolate, okay, love it. So I'm gonna have a whinge now. Here's the whingy part. Fails. So I've got to mention the Tangle Teaser Aqua Splash. How many times have I mentioned the normal Tangle Teaser in a positive fashion, in a favourites, in a products I couldn't live without, and I've lost count how many times I brought it up. It's a great product. Mine was getting really, really old and battered, and I only ever use it when my hair is wet because my hair's curly and I only brush it through when it's got conditioner in. So I thought, let's get a wet version. Let's get a Tangle Teaser that is designed to deal with wet hair. I really don't like this. I think I did a review on it and I probably didn't dislike it as much when I reviewed it. In fact, I definitely did a review on it. I'll link that in the description bar. And I probably didn't give it like a harsh review then because I was trying to be impartial and mention positives and negatives, and I hadn't fallen out with it like I have now. Let's bring you down a bit. Yeah. However, I'm not even going to edit that out. But with the Tangle Teaser Aqua Splash, it's just, the purpose of it is that it lets the water run through so it doesn't get mouldy and rubbish inside, which my old Tangle Teaser never did. So it's remedying a problem that in my eyes doesn't exist. It's got little rubber feet. Well, it's supposed to have rubber feet. Mine feels like the same plastic as the rest of it, which is hard, shiny and slippery. not a good combination with water. So it's supposed to like stand easily, like in your shower or whatever. It's really rubbish for travel. I mean, I have found I can stuff things inside it to make it more economical for travel. But look, I mean, look at it, it's bulky. I don't know if it's just because I have small hands. You know, I'll admit it, I have small hands. So someone with normal or large hands would probably be fine with this. But my hand, I can't seem to keep a grip to it. I've never ever used this product and not dropped it. Ever. So it just annoys me. I've replaced it with a recommendation from a fellow YouTuber and friend of mine, Chocky Kaz, and she recommended the Carla wet dry brush. I probably got the wrong one. It's going to be in my next haul, but I'm replacing it with that. I'm only literally keeping hold of this so I can haul that brush, and then this is going in the next empties video because I just want to chuck it. I just hate it. I hate it. So the next product I'm going to mention is a fail, which is my Clinique Deep Comfort Hand and Cuticle Cream. I only purchased this because I got it for a really good price in an airport. I got it duty free, and then I got my money off voucher as well, and I just thought I would try it. This was recommended from a friend of mine on YouTube, and it's not that it's bad, because it's not bad. It's really not bad. It's very thick. It feels nice and creamy. You know, your hands feel fairly, I wouldn't say deeply moisturised, but then I do suffer with dry hands, you know, so a product's got to really work for that. I just feel I get no more of a result from this as I would if I got a little bit of my body butter of mine and used that. It doesn't sink in any quicker and faster than a body butter would, and doesn't allow you to get on with your tasks any more efficiently than if you just slapped heavy body butter on, because it's still got that slip to it afterwards, which I'm okay with, but I know would irritate a lot of people. The reason I don't like it is because it's not worth the money that's being charged for it. You could buy a hand cream for £2, £3, £4, £5, £6 and be as happy with that or happier with that than this. So I feel I'm so pleased I didn't pay full price for it. It's certainly something I wouldn't repurchase, even if I was in a similar position where it was duty free and money off, because I just feel like, you know, it's a hand cream. It's not anything special. But bear in mind, you know, I have had problems in the past with hand creams, in the sense that other people seem to love them when I don't. Like, for example, Soap and Glory Hand Food. Love the brand, don't like the hand cream. The next fail and whinge I'm going to have is Pink Parcel. I'm cancelling my subscription this month. I did put in my last Pink Parcel unboxing for people to vote whether I should keep it, and nobody said yes, definitely keep it. In fact, there was a few people who said they don't feel it's worth. They agree with me that it's starting to feel as though it's not worth the amount of money you're paying for it. I've just been very underwhelmed by the box this year, and since they brought all the changes, it's not something that I'm excited about anymore. And so really sorry, Pink Parcel, but unless you make some changes or put some things back to how they were before, I'm going to have to cancel my subscription. Please leave me any comments you've got about recommended boxes. I haven't tried Birchbox or Cohorted yet, so I'm thinking about those, and I have reactivated my Glossy Box subscription for now whilst I'm doing a bit of research. So let me know if you recommend any other boxes. And the other very last whinge or unfavourite, let's check my notes, because I know I had another one. Yes, the MAC 219. I don't know if it's just that one 219 because of the fact that they are hand cut, so they're each very individual, but I spent £21 on a MAC 219, and I was going to haul it before I took it back just so I could mention it then, but I didn't. I just took it straight back. I could not get it to work. I tried roughing it up, I tried conditioning it. It was just like a little needle. It was awful, and I was thinking, for £21 I could get 3 or 4 Zoeva pencil brushes, and they are brilliant. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't understand what the popularity is. It was the first MAC brush I ever bought, and maybe it was just, like I say, a one-off dud, but the only thing I could compare it to in regards to a brush was one that I threw away that was part of, in fact I might not have thrown it away, let's see if it's in here. It was a little pencil brush that was part of this set here, the XC Amazon brush set, which was about £10-12, worked out about between £1 and £2 per brush, and the pencil brush was the only brush in there that was unusable because unusable because it was so stabby and stiff, and just it's right there. just literally seen it. This, and it was so hard. And this is just like that MAC 217 that I spent £21 on, and I demanded a refund, and I did get a refund. So yeah, that's all my favourites and fails for March 2016. As usual, do let me know please in the comments what you've been enjoying, and warn me if there are any duds or fails or whinges that I need to be told about. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye!